Ah yes, caroms, fun stuff. That's what we're gonna be talking today. How many times have you seen a shot like this and it's pretty obvious? It's like, I know exactly, pretty much where I need to hit this ball to get that to go, where I need it to go, so I'm gonna hit it there. All right, very simple to do those types of caroms. But what about a shot like this, for instance? All right, Gary, don't mess it up. Oh, there we go. Or how about a shot like this one? Very exciting. All righty. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple tricks that is really gonna help you be able to execute cool carom shots. And if you practice it enough, it's not just gonna help you with caroms, it's going to seriously help your position play, because it's gonna help you understand where the cue ball ends up based on how and where you hit it. All right, so the first idea is the tangent line. So typically, to demonstrate the tangent line, we would be doing something like this. Let's say, for instance, we wanna get the one ball in right there, right? Into this pocket. Well, this is the pocket line. And then 90 degrees perpendicular to that, this way, is the tangent line. Now, the reason that's important is because if we hit this ball at stun position, which is slightly below center, so that it is sliding as opposed to rolling. If it's sliding with any type of roll, whether it be backwards or forwards, then it will hit it and it will go along that tangent line. If it's over here, it's gonna go along this tangent line. So if you're wondering, what the hell does that have to do with carom shots? Well, let me break it down. So let's say, for instance, we're gonna imagine that our pocket line is right here, going this way from the center of the cue ball. Well, if it's going that way, then remember the tangent line will be going opposite. It'll go from here, right? Let's move this over so that it'll better contact that. There we go, something like right around here. So that means we have to hit that point on the ball, the object ball, with stun, and it will go that way. So it doesn't matter if it's here, 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 it just has to be sliding with no roll. All right, so let's give it a shot. There we go. Now let's demonstrate that again, except with a different cue ball position. This time, I'm gonna go like here, pretty full. All that means is I'm just gonna have to put more power into the stroke. I'm still aiming so that the one ball hits around that location. It just needs to have stun on it, slightly below center. Oh, very close. So this tells me I just need to push it a little bit more forward, hit slightly higher up. There we go. Now this time I moved the cue ball up in a different area. It used to be over here, now it's over here. How do we make the adjustment so that we can hit it at a stun location in order for it to go, cue ball to travel right there? Well, we know that that is the line. So perpendicular to that would be not the pocket line, but I guess you could call the rail line. So we're gonna wanna stun it right there. So I'm gonna put it right around here. Perfect. All right, so trick number 2, the 30-degree roll, which is made popular by Dr. Dave Billiards. Very cool dude. Anyways, what is it? Well, essentially, we wanna make a peace sign with our fingers like this. Really spread them out nice and wide to get to 30 degrees. That's roughly 30 degrees. And you can use this as a visual guide for help determining the cue ball location when it is rolling. Rolling forward, not stunning like sliding, but just a neutral roll, not topspin, a neutral roll. All right, so this is gonna help you be able to understand, because based on the contact point, the cue ball tends to go 30 degrees from that line. So here's how I figure out how to do it. Let's say we want to carom cue into the 9. All right, where do we hit it? Peace sign. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm putting the edge, the bottom portion of my middle finger against the edge or the circumference around the ball. So then I'm keeping that angle wide apart, and I'm going to pivot around the ball until I find the point that appears to be with my index finger pointing at the 9 ball. So that establishes a line going through the center of the 1 ball, which, by the way, the camera angle is probably throwing that off, but to me, my vantage point above here, this is center. And we want to basically put our cue ball in line with it and then aim at a half ball hit. So that means when you get down real low, the cue ball should be basically eclipsing the right 50% from my vantage point of the ball. And then if you hit the ball with a neutral speed, it should go. Yeah, that was close. All right, so this is a super cool and easy way to set up a trick shot using the 30-degree rule. All right, let us say we're gonna put this ball at maybe roughly around here, roughly. Then we're gonna imagine with the cue ball, if we were to hit this ball at a half ball hit, where would that put the 30-degree line? Well, a half ball hit from this angle looks very close to making that ball, all right? So that means also I'm going to hit roughly right around there if I make that, all right? So again, no forward rotation, half ball hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, so now we can start to play around with the 30-degree rule using it as a baseline, and also the tangent 90-degree angle stun position for determining how you can manipulate the ball in terms of hitting it real low with a lot of draw or follow. All right, so let's say, for instance, we want to set this up so that we could do a trick shot. We want to make both the 1 ball, it's going to bank, and before it banks though, the cue ball will hit this ball in. All right, let's see if we can do it. All right, so what we want to do to get this set up correctly is to imagine a line through the 1 ball, your object ball. If you were to hit it, you know, here, would it go in? Well, I was off slightly, so no, it wouldn't. By the way, to help you with that, you can use this little technique, go over the 1 ball, go to the nearest pocket, and imagine a line going from the object ball to that pocket. All right, that's where we want to go here. That gives us our contact point of right here. Ah, isn't that kind of complex? Yes, anyway. So let's say we put our ball on this line, and imagine now the 90-degree angle roll. All right, so the tangent line, it would be right here. Yeek. Let's get it down further. Tangent line would be right here. So if we wanted to go past the tangent line and widen that angle, we have to add draw, backspin, so that when it hits this ball, it's not sliding. There's going to be backward rotation to push it this way. Okay, that's exactly what we want to do. So now I'm going to put this somewhere like around here. And we have to make sure I aim this well enough. Imagining that. All right. Here we go. Oh, that was very close. I'm not even going to try that again because there's so many variables. Anyways, let's do the same thing except with follow. So if we have to put follow, then again, this is the 30-degree rule right here. That would be that pocket line. I would put it here. However, if I'm going to put follow, I'm going to aim more over here. I'm going to adjust this pocket line to like right here and do the half ball hit with follow. There we go. All right, so here is a bonus shot. This is super cool. So let's say, for instance, we want to initiate a carom kick shot, meaning the cue ball deflects and hits the 9 ball in. All right, so let's say that's our ball position. We have ball in hand. We're doing a trick shot. Okay, whatever. 30-degree roll. All right, If the ball deflects off at 30 degree, meaning if it were neutral, which it wouldn't have enough speed to get back, it would be here. We would be putting our ball here, and then we go there. All right, now the issue with that is we need to follow and hit it hard in order for it to get back in enough, momentum and speed to get back to this ball. So 30 degree roll, roughly right there. I'm gonna keep the cue stick here. I'm gonna go like this. Okay, so we're gonna just extend it a bit. And the degree to which you just extend it is gonna be based on how much you practice this and understand what ends up happening. So for me, I'm gonna put it like right here. We're adjusting the angle to like right around here from the pocket line. Half ball hit, this time with top. And there we go. So that was super fun. Check out thepocketpounders.com. Right now, it's just a landing page for collecting email addresses. We have some big plans coming up. I'm getting to know the local pool scene. We're gonna be having challenges. We're gonna be having interesting things happening. So make sure to enter your email there for content updates because YouTube does not do a good enough job of that. Even if you subscribe, it fucking sucks. Anyways, I will see you all very soon and goodbye.